Today we're doing a driving tour in Portland, Oregon. But this isn't just any driving tour. We're going to be driving in the snow in all sectors of Portland. In North Portland, in Northeast, in Southeast, in West Portland. We're going all over the place. Stay tuned for me trying to burn my Christmas tree, showing some homes in the snow. We're even going to check out a coffee shop, and stay tuned to the end because you're going to want to see all the chaos that happens when it snows in Portland. Welcome back to the channel, or if you're new here, I am Tim Jackson. I'm an Oregon and Washington real estate agent. As you can see, today we're going to be doing a driving tour of what it is like snowing in Portland. We're going to give you a driving tour of the city and show you around what our city looks like blanketed in white. We're also going to check out a recent listing of mine that shows a very affordable price point. So right now we are in downtown Gladstone, which is south of Portland. We're in a small, sleepy little community. We're on the main strip. We're gonna go check out if a coffee shop's open. I know that a lot of stuff is shut down when it snows in Portland, but we're gonna go all over the city and see what is open, what isn't. We'll see how bad traffic is. This is right here, the brand new library that Gladstone just paid for. It looks like that's shut down in the snow. And I'm looking at my favorite coffee shop on the corner here, and it looks like that is likely shut down as well. My favorite coffee shop, The Brew, is closed, but we're gonna go to the Lentz neighborhood, which is in Southeast Portland. And we're gonna see if my tied for favorite coffee shop is open down there. And then we're gonna go actually show a home out on Foster, a nice property that backs up to a creek. I show in the snow. Let's get going. Oh, look at this truck. He's spinning his tires. You don't want to go too fast. This place be crawling with cops. We're about to get onto the 205 freeway, headed up to Lentz here from the Gladstone area. We're going to be taking an on-ramp just to show you how, wow. I'm just looking out over the bridge here, but just the stop-still traffic. We're going to see this. You can see up here, there's like a bus stalled out. There's just pure chaos happening. This is typically what to expect when you're driving around in the snow in our area. You really got to be careful of other people. As you can see just over here, this is complete chaos, like an absolute mess. I'm seeing a bus spun out. Holy cow, just cars everywhere. Check out this truck that's just parked off to the side. Like, Portland turns into a bit of an apocalypse when snow hits. This is just insane. Man, you haven't seen everything on camera so far, but there's just been like a lot of stupid things, like people spinning out in like silly looking trucks, buses spun out, like people lose their minds. Our kids had school canceled last night before even a drop of snow hit. And this isn't even like, I've driven in way worse conditions. This isn't bad snow. Like, I'm hitting the brakes and the car doesn't react instantly, but it does. You just got to be able to like know how to drive. The conditions down on the road are basically ice, kind of just packing in like melted snow and then compressing it into like basically an ice rink out here, and it's got everybody going pretty wild. All right, this is the divide between Clackamas County and Multnomah County. 205 going southbound has just been completely backed up. So it just something that happens when, you know, last week they called for snow. It always happens this way. They'll call for snow, everybody will panic, freak out, and then they'll call for it. It won't happen. They'll call for it a week later, and everybody will be like, it's not going to snow now. And then everybody gets caught, and nobody's prepared for the snow. I can't remember a winter where this didn't happen like this. You always get you get the little left jab, and then the Portland Weather Service will knock you out with the right punch. Roads will get shut down. Chaos will happen. It's kind of just a Portland love story. We are at the Lentz neighborhood. We're going to swing by and get coffee. Man, that Subaru's just zooming. Subarus do be mobbing in this weather. We're going to park in and grab a cup of coffee at Refuge Coffee House. And luckily they are open. So yeah, let's go get some coffee. Boots on the ground. You've got the Eagle Eye Tavern Really cool pizza joint right there. I mean, this used to be such a different neighborhood. Back when I was growing up, this was kind of, I mean, it still is the ghetto. There was the new copper penny here, but it's just developed so much. We're gonna go talk to my buddy Keith and grab a coffee. This is Keith, the owner of Refuge Coffee. We're here getting coffee on the snow day.
Snow day. It's a good day for coffee.
All right, we just got our coffee here at Refuge Coffee House. We're gonna go show some homes down Foster. We're on Foster right now, but we're gonna go deeper into East Portland and show you a home on a creek. We're gonna be doing more driving around Southeast Portland. But you got Humdinger here. You've got a great farmers market that happens around here. As you get deeper in, closer to downtown, you get a lot more historic, a little bit more expensive. And then generally speaking, as you get further out east, you get more affordable but larger lot homes. These buyers are looking in Portland and Clackamas County. This home off of Foster was on a ½ acre. It needs a lot of work, as you can kind of see from the outdatedness, but just listen to the aura and kind of the vibes of this home. I'm gonna let the natural soundtrack play here. We also checked out a home in Oregon City, but the foundation was built on concrete blocks, so that was a no-go. We're gonna be driving down downtown Oregon City now, and Oregon City has actually got a historic renovation happening to its waterfront, being handled by the a Native American tribe. It's gonna have restaurants, shopping, just a huge waterfront renovation that's really gonna change the scope and nature of Oregon City. Look at that. Person's falling. That's what happens if you slip in the ice. Oregon City is super hilly. We'll go through Main Street, and then I'll show you where they're doing the renovations to the downtown area. And then we're gonna throw the drone up in the air to get a good view of Willamette Falls and give you an idea of the access you'll have once the new waterfront renovations are open in the next couple years. It's gonna bring a huge equity boom to this little corner of Clackamas County. So this is Main Street down here. It's kind of like a larger Gladstone in that you've got a slice of old America, but you've got like Archive Bar in downtown Oregon City, which is super popular. You've got an Italian restaurant, super good. Tons of little bars and places to go on date nights. You got the Verdict just right here. And Oregon City is actually Oregon's first capital. So before Salem and before Portland took off as the main city, Oregon City was like, there's so much history behind this place. And you've got the America's only vertical street over there in the elevator. Now, you're not allowed to come through here, but they're demoing all of this old paper mill, and they're gonna have access to the waterfall right there. There was actually a massive fire that took out one of the buildings just recently. But yeah, you've got, I don't think they allow you to drive through there, but they're decommissioning a ton of stuff. No trespassing. We're not gonna trespass, don't worry. But we will park off to the side and get the drone up in the air. If you're watching this video and you're thinking of making a move up or a visit to the Portland area, then feel free to reach down right here. You can give me a call or a text, days, nights, or weekends, as you start planning your trip up here. And if buying a home is part of that plan, then sign up for my headhunters list down below. After all, Portland is what we make it. We are now driving between the boundary of Milwaukee, and we're going down 99 towards Portland. We're on day 2 of the snow day. We built a snowman this morning. We kind of ran out of time yesterday because I was showing homes. Traffic just got really bad. So we're actually doing day 2 of snow day today. As you can see out front, There is snow falling, but you can see some blue sky. This is a super Portland weather day. We're gonna go check out the listing today as well. And then we're gonna see if we can't jump over to the west side and see how that's looking. We'll probably jump over the St. John's Bridge on the north side, and then we'll flip around so we get all quadrants of Portland from a Snowpocalypse perspective. So this would be inner east side. And as you can see down this stretch, super established neighborhoods. This is one of my favorite streets to drive down. People cross-country skiing out that way in Eastmoreland Park. But this is a super established neighborhood that we're driving through. The inner east you get, the more established, and you get all the old growth trees, tons of homes that have historic value, and they've kind of never really lost their value or their desirability amongst the Portland crowd. So we're on Grand Avenue, which feeds into a lot of, if you continue down here, this is about as inner east side as you can get. It will feed into a lot of the main streets. There's a lot of industrial activity down here, and really the established neighborhoods start that way, and then if we were to continue that way, we'd be into North Portland. See, look at all those pigeons up there. We have now magically appeared in the northeast quadrant of Portland. Just following along on the map here, we'll be going to a listing I've got just a few minutes from here. Let's get going here. The snow is starting to melt. So all of the awesome snow everywhere. The roads have just gotten a little bit more clear. And I wanted to wait for these roads to get clear before going on the west side, because that place can get really, really bad. And as much as I want to be in the heart of the chaos for you guys, going on 26. Let's check out, this is a really nice part of Northeast. We're going up Sandy Boulevard. You'll be passing by Pips. There's like a Whole Foods here on this corner. Tons of historic brick buildings along this stretch. As far as walkability, this is a more walkable neighborhood. This is the Hollywood neighborhood, and then we're heading up to the Roseway neighborhood. You can see there's like eclectic little coffee shops, really cute shops that just kind of got a lot of character up in this hood. You got Laurelwood Brewing just off to the left here. Really great place for a date night. You got like lots of corner shops that just, and that's Alameda neighborhood is actually just up to my left here. We're on like Sandy and 54th. And so you actually have that's one of the top 3 most desirable neighborhoods in all of Portland. Probably the most desirable neighborhood in all of Northeast. But I mean, there's people that even for West Hill standards, Alameda's very lovely neighborhood. But there's just so many, if you look up over there at that red building, there's just so many buildings. What do you call those little corner buildings? Tons of charm around here. We are just a few blocks from one of my most recent listings. I don't just help people buy homes that are moving up to Portland. I also help people sell them. And this one was somebody that really dialed this one in, and we had it listed at an affordable price point of $375,000. So we're going to do a quick walkthrough because it's not a huge house. It's a great starter home, or if it's just you and your 4-legged friend, it's a great home for something like that. You'll notice that the vibe has changed just ever so slightly, and you'll really notice that we're driving east right now, that whenever you're in a super happening neighborhood and you drive east in the east area, it'll typically start just getting slowly worse and worse, just as far as pride of ownership in the neighborhood, cool things to do, just the general vibe will slowly get a little bit less hip and cool and more into where the hipsters are actually being pushed out to, where the next neighborhoods are. It's slowly evolved and getting pushed out. It's always getting gentrified. So yeah, we're in a beautiful little neighborhood on 64th here. You can see the snow is still everywhere on these side streets, so I gotta be careful. Not for myself, but obviously other drivers. This is the most recent listing. All right, well, somebody's actually checking this home out, so we're just gonna actually scan through some photos. It's 700 square feet. And the photos actually look awesome. That's my photographer who took them. He's a badass. I'll just say it. So yeah, just looking through these photos, the home is in a pretty prime area, like walkable wise. It's only 1 bedroom, it's only 1 bathroom. It's been updated. It's got that huge 500 square foot garage that's in the back. So you could turn that into an ADU shop space. Now, this one already has an offer. You saw those people that were walking in there actually looking into writing a backup offer. So I think I'm good enough at my job that you want to be buying a house with me. And this is going to sound really funny, but you don't want me to be on the person selling the home when you're buying the home, just because I think I do a really good job at getting homes sold as well. No, I mean, the buyers in there are getting a pretty amazing price for pretty amazing location. We're actually gonna go out towards, we're heading down Fremont. We're gonna go through North Portland next. And we are then gonna head into the West Hills, which typically when it snows get blasted a little bit harder. And if you live in a hilly section of Portland, you definitely want to know how to navigate. There's a ton of traffic that ends up getting clogged up when the snow hits hard like this. And we're also just a few blocks from Fire on the Mountain, which is an amazing chicken wing place. If you're in the area, definitely check that out. All right, so we're now deep into North Portland territory. North Portland has kind of been gentrified, while Mississippi Avenue is a thriving, bustling, tons of great places like Prost are just down over there. We passed I-5 like moments ago. We just crossed over 99 East, which really breaks us into North Portland. Hey, Heavenly Donuts is like, if you just want a good cheap donut, Heavenly Donuts over there is not a bad place to go. The snow in Portland starts looking kind of sad as it starts melting, so we've kind of got more of a slush storm at this point. We're going to be zigzagging through some forested area in the West Hills, though. Should be some fun. So as you can see, North Portland's got some established neighborhoods overlooking a bluff up here. We're going to go down to Willamette Boulevard, which ends up ultimately leading to University of Portland. But tons of historic neighborhoods in here. You can see the established trees. Check out that view just overlooking the bluff here. You see the industrial overlook out here. We'll say that North Portland is a little slice of heaven. You know, lots of folks will, wow, Portland just looks so unique with being covered in snow. You can actually see the West Hills just plastered in snow from this viewpoint. Portland just looks like a completely different city when covered in white like this. But yeah, I mean, people say that this is like a sleepy corner of Portland. You know, you do get some wild parties happening from the University of Portland. But for the most part, you can find some fairly tucked in neighborhoods up in North Portland in historic, charming homes. You can actually see that the entrance to University of Portland is right up here. We're actually going to go pass over the St. John's Bridge right now. This is the iconic St. John's Bridge. Portland is called Bridge City because of all of the bridges in our area. This bridge in particular was built in the 30s and just has a backdrop of beautiful trees in Forest Park. And obviously this is going to look a lot different with snow blanketed. This is not how you normally see it. Nonetheless, it's a beautiful bridge even without the snow blanketing it. As you can see off to the left, you can actually see downtown Portland way off in the distance. As you can see, that's the old Forest Park burger joint. Kind of an iconic little building up here on Skyline. We just came up Germantown Road, which was really beautiful, cutting through the heart of Forest Park. We're gonna head over now to the Beaverton, Aloha area. So we're actually gonna be going into all 3 counties in the snow. Busy guy, I work all 3 counties, Multnomah County, Washington County, Clackamas County, and then obviously I work up in Clark County as well in Washington State. So yeah, just check out, obviously we're on like more curvy back roads, which are fun to drive. Got to be a little bit more cautious with the snow still on the road. These trees just get draped with snow. Man, it's just such like, it's one of the last remaining like large cities that you can go to where there's just what seems like ancient forests, just like that you can drive amongst. And so when you've got these snow events, it almost resets you back into like nature, and you feel like everything's being washed over. It's really cool to see. We're now going down 185th in Beaverton, and as you can see, the landscape has changed quite a bit, even coming out of Forest Park. You have a lot more suburbia, like strip mall, huge shopping centers, lots of good chain restaurants. I mean, like we just passed like Chick-fil-A and stuff in Tannisbourne, so super popular. As you can see, there's tons of residential built in with like areas that you can walk to. This is headquarters of Intel and Nike, and so this is out on, you know, the west side of the map in a completely different county. We just passed the county line actually, coming through past Bethany, and you can definitely see where the urban growth boundary pushes up against where they're expanding. And so there's a lot of new homes out here that are being put up. Obviously, if you're interested in new construction, and especially if you're relocating for work, if it's Nike or Intel or one of the big employers out here, then there's definitely tons of good new construction options out here. You can actually see up here, the Max runs through here, and you can see the lines going down. So, you know, there's even transit running through. We then stopped by a short sale that I just closed in Aloha. Just picked up the lockbox. This car went through a lot of miles for this video, so if you're looking to go and drive around and look at homes, please reach out. And I just want to thank my daughter Serenity, who did most of the filming for this video. Now, of course, we've got to show you the footage of me burning the Christmas tree. It's a tradition of ours to burn the Christmas tree in the first snow. And on the right, you'll see a time lapse of us driving from the west side back into Clackamas County. I'll show you on a map right here where we went. Thanks for watching today's video. Reach out right here if you're looking to go and check out homes like my clients did in this video. I am here to help. Or if you're just coming out to check Portland out, sign up for a consultation down below so I can give you good guidance on where to go and what to do. Subscribe to stay along for the journey of living in Oregon and Washington. Watch this video next, and I'll see you next week.